Namaskar. The title of the experiment is to identify the given organic drug or compound by systematic qualitative analysis. Let us start with the preliminary test. The given sample of organic compound is white or off-white crystals or powder. The sample is odorless. Now we will check the solubility of the drug in water. We see that the sample dissolves in water.
Since it is soluble in water, we will go with the B option in the observation and we'll proceed with it. We are checking the solution with the litmus, blue litmus. It is not turning red. It means it is non-acid. The inference is the given compound could be alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, carbohydrate, amino acids, nitroamines or amides. The second test is with the gold NaOH. We are taking the compound in a test tube and adding 10% NaOH into it. The observation is not matching with the specific observations which are given in the handbook. So we will write as no specific observation in the observation column. The third test is action of hot NaOH. So the same test tube which contains the sample and NaOH we are heating for the observations.
We observe the odor of ammonia by its smell. The next test is effect of sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid. We have taken the sample in the test tube and now we are adding the concentrated sulfuric acid. We have to check the effect of sulfuric acid on the sample. There is no specific observation for cold concentrated sulfuric acid. We are heating the sample with the concentrated sulfuric acid. We see that there is no specific observation as per handbook. Take the sample in a test tube, add sodium carbonate solution. We have added sodium carbonate solution. We see that there is no effervescence released here. Take the sample in the test tube, add sodium carbonate solution. Now add potassium permanganate solution dropwise in the solution and check the color. We see that the potassium permanganate decolorizes. This means that the sample is unsaturated. Take the sample in the test tube, add bromine water to it. We have to see whether the decolorization occurs. So we can see that the bromine water decolorization is taking place. That means the sample is unsaturated. Now we will check the action of bromine in chloroform. Let us take the sample in the test tube, dissolve it in chloroform Now we will add bromine solution. We see that the decolorization of the bromine solution takes place. The inference is the sample is unsaturated. Next test is action of ferric chloride solution. Take the sample solution and add ferric chloride solution into it. We observe red color in the test tube.
Next test is with the heating on a copper gauze. We are taking a copper gauze, we are first oxidizing it and then taking the sample on it and again keep it in the flame. You can observe that flame is changing into green color. So the inference is halogen present with exception. Here the compound does not contain halogen, but in exceptional cases it is observed. So our inference is exception. Urea gives a green flame due to cyanide or copper formed and not due to halogen. Certain compounds not containing the halogen like quinoline and pyridine derivatives also give a green color to the flame. Next test is in a dry test tube. So we are heating the test tube to make it completely dry. And now we are taking sample into it. And we will directly heat it. We can observe the strong smell of ammonia. So our inference is urea. Next test is heating on a clean crucible lid. We are just warming the crucible lid first and then we will take the sample into it and again we will keep it in the flame to observe the flame. Since the observation is not matching with the observation given in the handbook, so we will just mention it as a no specific observation and put a dash into the inference. The last test in the preliminary test is test with the soda lime. We are taking the soda lime in a test tube and then adding the sample into it and directly going to heat in the flame. We can observe the evolution of ammonia. So the inference is ammonium salt, amide, imide, uric acid or thiourea.
Under the determination of physical constant, we will find out the melting point of the given compound. For that, we will use the Thiele's tube and find out the melting point. As the Thiele's tube is heated, we find that the sample melts at 182 degrees Celsius.
Now we are starting with the third step in the qualitative analysis, that is element detection test. We are taking the dry sodium, we are wiping it and then adding into the fusion tube. So now we are heating this fusion tube which contains sodium metal into it to fuse it. After it fuses, we are adding the sample into it. And now after adding sample, we are heating the fusion tube till it becomes red hot. We are taking the precaution that the open end of the fusion tube is not entering into the flame. You can observe the bottom of the fusion tube, it is becoming red hot. And now we are adding it into the evaporating dish, which contains 20 ml of water. We are repeating this process with 2 more fusion tubes. Now we are crushing these glass tubes into the water, and we will keep it for concentration. Now the water has reduced to half. Now we are filtering it, and the filtrate we will use for the further test. Now we are using this filtrate to check whether the sample contains nitrogen, sulfur or halogen along with the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The first test is for the nitrogen. We are taking the sample into the test tube, and now we are adding saturated FeSO4 into it. Now 1 drop of NaOH we are adding, and we have to boil it properly. In this solution, now we are adding 2 drops of FeCl3, that is ferric chloride solution, and now we are allowing it to cool thoroughly. We are acidifying this cooled solution with the concentrated HCl, and we are observing for the blue precipitate or a green color. You all can see here that nice green color is produced.
This means that nitrogen is present. Take the filtrate in the test tube. This is test for sulfur which we are doing. We are going to add sodium hydroxide solution to it, followed by sodium nitroprusside solution. We see that intense purple color is produced. So this means that sulfur is present in the given sample.
Now we are performing second test for the detection of sulfur. We have taken the filtrate and we are acidifying it with the acetic acid. Now we are adding few drops of lead acetate solution into it, and we can observe that black precipitate is produced, which means sulfur is present. Next test is for the detection of nitrogen and sulfur both. We have taken the filtrate and now we are neutralizing it with the hydrochloric acid. And now few drops of ferric chloride solution. We can see the deep red color is produced, which means the sample contains nitrogen and sulfur both as an element. This is the test for detection of halogen. We are taking the filtrate and acidifying it with the dilute H2SO4. Now since we have already found nitrogen and sulfur present in the sample, we are supposed to boil it to remove that sulfur and nitrogen. To this boiled solution, now we are adding few drops of dilute HNO3, that is nitric acid, and few drops of silver nitrate. Since there is no heavy, curdy, white or yellow precipitate, the halogen is absent. Now we are proceeding with the functional group detection. Since in the element detection we have got CHO and nitrogen and sulfur, we are directly testing it for the thioamide. We are heating the sample. Now it is completely melted, so we are adding FeCl3 into it. And we can observe the red color, which indicates that the sample is thioamide. Since we obtain thioamide as a functional group, our compound could be thiourea. So we are confirming it with the confirmatory test. For that, we have taken the sample into the test tube, and now we are adding dilute HNO3, that is nitric acid, into it, and bismuth salt. Here we are taking bismuth carbonate and shaking well. And we can observe here presence of intense yellow coloration, which indicates thiourea is present, and it is confirmed.
Thiourea is used as an auxiliary agent and as an agent in synthesis of various organic compounds.